Adam is rushing again. He's supposed to meet his friend for lunch at noon. It's 11:55 and he's still at home putting on shoes. His friend texts, "You're late again, aren't you?" Adam types back, "Almost there," while frantically looking for his keys. He won't arrive until 12:20, and this isn't the first time, or the 10th, or the 100th. Adam is 31 years old, and he's been late to everything his entire life. Birthdays, job interviews, his own wedding, everything. And here's the thing, he's not doing this on purpose. His brain literally processes time differently than people who show up on schedule. Stay with me, because the psychology behind chronic lateness goes way deeper than you think. Let's start with something researchers discovered that changes everything. Some people's brains have a broken internal clock. Your brain tracks time using several different areas working together. One part plans and organizes. Another handles timing your movements. Another fine-tunes your sense of how fast time passes. When these parts communicate well, you know roughly how long things take and when you're running out of time. Adam's brain. These areas don't talk to each other efficiently. Brain scans show that chronically late people have weaker connections between the regions that track time. He's literally running on faulty equipment. Here's what blew researchers' minds when they tested this. They asked people to sit quietly and say when they thought 60 seconds had passed. Punctual people were accurate within 5 or 10 seconds. Adam and people like him? They let 90 seconds go by, sometimes a full 100 seconds. Their brains genuinely thought 60 seconds had passed when it hadn't. Adam's internal clock runs slow. When his brain tells him 15 minutes have gone by, it's actually been 25 minutes in real time. He's planning based on his brain's false timeline, but the real world operates on actual time. Now here's where it gets psychologically fascinating. Adam's brain makes the same planning mistake over and over, and it never learns. Psychologists call this planning fallacy, when your brain underestimates how long tasks actually take. Everyone does this sometimes, but for Adam, it's constant and severe. He needs to leave at 2 p.m. His brain calculates the perfect scenario. Shower 10 minutes, get dressed 5 minutes, drive 15 minutes. Easy, start at 1:30 and he's good. But reality? The shower takes 15 minutes because he gets lost in thought. Getting dressed takes 12 because he can't find the shirt he wants. Traffic makes the drive 25 minutes. His brain always imagines the absolute best case where nothing goes wrong. Punctual people's brains automatically add extra time for normal delays. They plan for reality. Adam's brain builds the timeline based on a perfect world that doesn't exist. Let's talk about why Adam keeps choosing to do one more thing when he should be leaving. He's about to walk out the door, then he sees an email notification. His brain says, "Just quickly respond to this." It feels like it'll take 30 seconds. 7 minutes later, he's still typing. Here's what's happening psychologically. His brain heavily values what's happening right now over what will happen later. Psychologists call this temporal discounting. Responding to the email gives his brain immediate satisfaction. Being on time is a future benefit that doesn't feel real yet. So his brain picks the immediate reward almost every time. Research shows chronically late people's brains discount future consequences way more steeply than punctual people. The present moment feels massive and real. 20 minutes from now feels abstract and unimportant. Here's something that makes everything worse. When Adam is doing something, his brain has serious trouble stopping that task and switching to getting ready. This is an executive function issue. Executive function is your brain's ability to plan, switch tasks, and control impulses. Adam's brain struggles with task switching. When he's scrolling his phone, transitioning to get ready mode feels mentally difficult. He also struggles with controlling impulses. He sees dishes in the sink, and his brain can't suppress the urge to wash them right now. These aren't character flaws, they're neurological variations that are often genetic. And here's what makes it even harder. Adam's brain doesn't feel time pressure until it's already too late. Punctual people start feeling anxious when time gets tight. That anxiety signals, move faster, you're running out of time. It's their brain's early warning system. Adam's brain doesn't trigger that anxiety alarm until he's already past the point where he should have left. By the time his brain screams, "Go now," he's already 10 minutes behind. Now, here's where ADHD enters the picture, because there's a massive link between ADHD and chronic lateness. ADHD affects the parts of the brain that handle time perception and executive function. People with ADHD describe time as either now or not now. There's no middle ground. That appointment at 2 p.m.? It's not now, so it doesn't feel real to Adam's brain. It exists in some vague future that hasn't activated yet. Then suddenly it's 1:55 and now it's now, and he's not ready, and there's no time left, and he's scrambling. If Adam has undiagnosed ADHD, his brain literally cannot make future time feel real until it becomes present time. By then, it's too late to prepare. The ADHD brain also doesn't get much reward from boring but necessary tasks. Getting dressed is boring. So his brain keeps him doing more interesting things until external pressure forces him to move. Studies show that up to 70% of people with ADHD struggle with chronic lateness. Here's what destroys Adam's relationships. He genuinely doesn't understand why people get so angry about lateness. He shows up 20 minutes late to dinner, his friends are visibly pissed, and Adam's brain is confused. He's here now, the dinner is happening. What's the actual problem? But here's the psychology he's missing. To punctual people, being on time shows respect. It says, "Your time matters to me." Being late sends the opposite message. It feels like, "My time is more valuable than yours." Adam's brain doesn't process the social meaning of lateness this way. To him, he's just operating on his own timeline. He doesn't experience lateness as a violation of trust or respect. Both sides are experiencing completely different psychological realities. His friends feel genuinely disrespected. Adam feels confused about the overreaction. Here's something painful. Adam faces real consequences, but his brain doesn't fully connect his lateness to the damage it causes. His boss put him on a performance improvement plan. He might lose his job. Adam's confused. He does excellent work. Why does arriving at 9:15 instead of 9 tikas matter so much? His girlfriend is seriously thinking about breaking up. She says she can't trust him anymore. Adam is hurt and baffled. How does being late to some dates mean he's fundamentally untrustworthy? His friends stopped inviting him to things. Adam feels rejected and lonely. He doesn't fully connect their distance to his pattern of showing up late. The consequences are severe and real. But his brain isn't making the cause and effect connection clearly enough to force behavioral change. Let's talk about something nobody mentions. Sometimes chronic lateness is actually anxiety in disguise. Adam is supposed to go to a party where he won't know anyone, or a stressful work meeting, or a medical appointment that scares him. His brain delays getting ready because as long as he's not ready, the scary thing isn't happening yet. The delay provides temporary relief from anxious feelings. Psychologists call this avoidance behavior. His brain learned that delaying preparation delays the uncomfortable emotions. This happens completely below conscious awareness. Adam doesn't actively think, "I'm avoiding this because I'm scared." His brain just makes him move slower without him understanding why. Here's something that keeps him trapped. When Adam realizes he's running late, his brain engages in magical thinking. He's 10 minutes behind schedule. His brain thinks, "If I just move really fast now, I can still make it on time." But that's not how time works. Those 10 minutes are gone forever. Moving faster might save 2 or 3 minutes. He'll still be 7 minutes late. His brain believes in time compression that simply doesn't exist. This false hope prevents him from actually learning to adjust his behavior. Here's the truth that research supports. Adam's brain works fundamentally differently with time than most people's brains. His internal clock runs slow. His planning is optimistically broken. His brain can't switch tasks easily. Future time doesn't activate urgency. His reward system prioritizes immediate over delayed. His anxiety warning system triggers too late. Sometimes it's ADHD. Sometimes it's anxiety creating avoidance. He's not trying to disrespect anyone. He's not lazy or selfish. His brain is operating with faulty time tracking equipment and poor executive function that he didn't choose. But understanding the psychology doesn't erase the real damage. People still feel hurt, jobs still have requirements, relationships still need reliability. The answer isn't just try harder, because trying harder doesn't fix neurological differences. Adam needs external systems, setting clocks 15 minutes fast, building in massive buffer time, preparing everything the night before, having accountability partners who text when he should leave. His brain can't fix its own faulty wiring, but he can build external structures that compensate for what his brain can't naturally do. Comment below if you're chronically late and this finally explained why.